What's up, boys? Today I'm going to be doing the hollow bow hazard 5 with the heavy gunner. I'm looking for the shard diffractor and a lot of beam range so that it just bounces all over the place on the map. I'm going to try and use the regrowing vines to my advantage to bounce around the shard diffractor's beams even more. I think they should bounce off of that since it's kind of a wall. And then that will allow me to get more damage against the Dreadnought in-game, since normally they will destroy all the walls and stuff with their charge, and you'll run out of stuff to hit them with and bounce off of. But that should help a bit with that. And then other than that, I'm just looking for some beam weapons with useful debuffs, cryo cannon with the slow, or the sludge pump with the corrode debuff. And that's about it. Full beam, full range, heavy gunner. I could look for the other plasma beam, the breach cutter, to get some plasma upgrades unlocked if I really want. And those two plasma beam weapons do have some cool stable overclocks where they can add some useful debuffs to them, like the cryo effect or the shocked effect. Not really going into the thunderhead here, although it's strong enough that it is pretty useful early on still.
See you in hell. Let's show them some pain.
So there we go, shard diffractor.
It's a shard diffractor.
You see it bounces off of any of the terrain it hits.
See that coming, sucker.
Let's see, we've got 3 useless artifacts here. Sick. I guess I'm taking the tiny amount of crowd control.
I can't get enough of this.
Probably not going to be standing still enough since I have to constantly aim the diffractor. And burn is pretty bad. I'll take damage, I think, since I'm going to be pumping a lot of levels into that. The paint job should be useless eventually since I'm going all in on that one weapon. Big crit chance.
Oh, yeah.
More reload on the shard. A lot of beam weapons have pretty high uptime by default. I think it's not super high on the shard, 6 versus 2. And I've got some decent reload already. So by default it would have been around 2/3 uptime, I think. So we can get some value out of reload speed on that.
Oof. New bug pop.
Big mining speed, that'll be pretty helpful to get around the map here since you do have the regrowing mines you have to get through sometimes. There should be a bit more nitrous somewhere on this level, I think. 38 isn't that much. Got all the mushrooms already. There's some gold, it looks like. Pretty awkward spot to mine, though.
Here, have a bullet in the face.
Gonna take the shard, I think.
I'll take this one.
Not really scaling kinetic at all here. Get a bunch of bounces as they go through a tunnel.
Here, have a bullet in the face.
See if we can find the rest of the nitra. Here we go. And even more gold. But pretty hard to reach spots. Actually, that's a really bad spot to be in.
Dwarves don't die easily. I die a little inside every time I have to.
Yeah, just really hard to reach some of the resources on this map. I'll grab a bit of armor here.
Level increasing.
Grab a bit of health and swing back for the XP that was dropping over there.
You ugly son of a bitch.
Bit more armor is okay. The gunner is fairly tanky by default, so you can kind of play into that a bit.
That's what I needed.
I think he has some bonus health and armor.
Hello. Oh, good.
Well done. Objective completed. Drop pod has
I
arrived.
guess I'll take
Get
the
there now.
heavy reload. That
It
should
will
affect
without you.
everything that I'm grabbing here. Only level 14 so far.
Ugh. Never felt
Try and get
better.
15 for the third weapon. That doesn't scale that well here since I'm going heavy. See if we can get something with some useful CC. Cryo cannon is fine.
This cryo cannon matches my boots.
Scales with heavy, gives me a little bit of survivability with a freezing. Get the first overclock here, +1 beam or slow. I think if I'm going for 18, I like the slow here. 18 gives you +3 beam, so that isn't as impactful if you get all the way up there. And I should have pretty good slowing now with that and the cryo cannon.
Get your ass moving, miner.
Weapon range, I want that every
Don't
time.
mind if I do.
Unfortunately, no magnets, so there is a decent amount left back over there, but I couldn't really reach it since this is a weird map. Status effect, you can get some on the shard and the cryo, but I just don't think it's going to be super relevant. I think I'm going to look for some more shard diffractor stuff,
Nothing for me
hopefully.
here. Let's
Weapon
try again.
range. I'd rather have greens on the cryo cannon
What
if
else
I'm
we
going to
got?
be going there. Reload is fine. Unfortunately, can't get that now.
Gotta have it.
So I guess that's it for now.
Your mission is clear. Get to it.
I guess I should have passed on the armor, but getting some survivability on a build that's
Time to
kind
collect
of slow to get
some
started is pretty nice, I feel.
gold. Sorry, little bug. Your own fault for being full of goodies.
My damage is kind of hard to aim and use currently, so I can't really like push directly through large mobs of enemies. So the survivability is nice to help weather that a bit.
Prepare to fight for your life. A big swarm is approaching. Supply pod prepped. Clear out the landing zone and triangulate your position so it can
Feeling
land.
much better now.
Reload speed, that'll work on most of my weapons.
Yeah.
Please give me something actually useful this time.
Exemplary work. You've achieved your objective in a record time. Supply pod cleared. Impact imminent.
Nice shot.
Gold and 2 useless things. I guess I'm taking it.
Dibs. You're cute, but you're dead.
That's actually a pretty strong knockback.
Prepare to
Still
fight for your
terrible
life.
because of the
A big
30-second
swarm is
cooldown,
approaching.
but that was a pretty long knockback. More shard
I'll
diffractor.
take this one. Oh, that hit the spot.
It's too bad you can't farm the regrowing vines with the gold scanner, but that might be a bit OP. The one thing is that I am going to be a lot weaker until I do hit 18 on the shard diffractor, but once I hit 18 on it, I should be stronger overall by ignoring the +1 beams and going for utility on it.
Down.
And I did get some early luck, so I might be able to get a +1 beams legendary as well.
It's lead!
Man, this map is
Show them
empty.
some pain.
It's only suffering available.
One down.
Start getting some damage on these guys. Don't want to leave them too far behind, or they might ramp up too much.
Let's show them some pain.
Oops, that's not a good breeze.
You bug pop.
The bugs are going insane. Move.
Die.
Thunderhead is not very useful to me. I'll grab a bit of movement speed. The heavy gunner does have a penalty to that, so getting a bit there is pretty helpful. A lot of detonators if I can start chipping them down. If I can mine out some walls, that actually does give me a little bit more gold with the scanner. More shard diffractor. I think I'll go damage for that. Cryo cannon, big movement speed. Gotta take that on the heavy gunner.
The bugs are gunning for you.
Ooh, weapon range. Cryo is okay. Does have some decent overclock. Sludge pump is also pretty good. Elemental beam weapon with some damage amplify. Don't have any pickup radius yet. Reload speed on the cryo.
For crap's sake, move it! They're everywhere.
Reload for the 3 beams is okay. The sludge pump actually is a pretty low uptime by default. I've gotten quite a bit of reload speed and it's almost 50-50 still, combined with the heavy gunner's passive.
Swallow this.
They're getting worse, Miner. You need to move.
Sludge pump, that's fine.
It's a little extra special.
The overclocks are pretty helpful for that one.
Guess what's on the menu? More bugs. And they're pissed.
Need to keep the elites in range still since I need to finish them off fairly soon now. I can freeze those guys and move through. Sludge or cryo? Let me go with some cryo, I think.
Hell yeah!
Really play into the slowing effect with my 2 added weapons and the shield belt. Take the shard diffractor there. Definitely need some levels on that still. Thunderhead, nah.
Yoink.
We got bugs sign the likes of which I've never seen.
More cryo cannon. One more for the first overclock there.
The threat level just went up.
Oh, I needed that.
Sludge pump or reload. I think I'm gonna look for the overclocks here.
Gotta move it, Miner. The bugs are gunning for you.
Reload or cryo, that gets me an overclock. Burn isn't very relevant to me, so I'm just gonna take the extra beam here. Do a bit more freezing.
Get it done, Miner.
Try and finish these guys off soon.
on. Getting worse down there.
Think again.
Cryo, both for that.
Objective completed.
That is a pretty bad direction for the escape pod. But I do have some decent movement speed increases at least. Thunderhead, nah. Take the sludge pump. Reload. That is a lot higher.
Rarely pick one of these.
Gather up your beard and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave.
Shard. Still need a lot of overclocks for that.
Well done, Miner. We knew we could trust you to go it alone. Stage 2 completed.
+1 beams, there we
This
go.
is perfect for my
Reload speed or burn. This is just better since I'm not scaling status at all.
Almost makes it too easy.
I'm fine with a green
I want
reload.
it.
Crit is okay. That's alright, but I think I'd rather
feeling
save a
lucky.
bit. Paint job is pretty good since that's 9 nitro per level basically.
Doesn't hit harder, but looks
Reload or a
fancy.
double lifetime, that's pretty good on the sludge
I'm
pump.
clocking it to 11.
Lifetime, beam damage is
Feels
okay.
rare.
Let's see what else
Nothing
we've
for
got.
me here.
Weapon
Let's try
range, there we
again.
go. That's pretty efficient as well. That's 8 per level. Yeah, 8. So I'll take
Looks
that,
beautiful,
push the sludge
like
pump
me.
pretty hard. Lifetime, I guess I'll grab
Now
a bit.
This is a rare treat.
Get to
So
work.
that should be
The
much
aliens
better
to be
now with
killed
the
and
overclock
gold to be
7.2
mined.
versus 2. And the other ones are pretty high also due to the lifetime on all beam weapons.
After this, I'm taking the longest shower. Sick to the core of glyphid stink. And then I'm getting so drunk.
I forgot to turn damage numbers on at the start of the run, but it's probably too late now with how many sort of persistent and damage over time effects I have,
The swarm is heading your way. Load up.
since all of the beams are constantly dealing damage. The sludge pump is getting some decent upgrades now, and that leaves a trail on the ground as well, doing even more
Too much
numbers.
crap in the way. Supplies can't land. Clear it out, Miner.
Freeze is a bit annoying sometimes when you try to set off detonators like that. Let's go with the reload, I guess, since I'm mainly using it for the utility
I'm growing stronger.
with the corrode debuff.
Boom, baby!
LZ ready.
Break the
Resupply
Didn't see
inbound.
that coming, sucker! Ha ha ha!
These are pretty bad. 3rd level. I think I'm gonna get the red sugar for a bit more survivability. I haven't gotten any on this
I'll
level yet,
take
and
it.
I just took a ton of damage here. Let's keep going with the damage on the shard refractor.
Sweet.
And then really focus the red sugar when I
Break
find
the
it here.
fight.
Should be pretty good survivability with the HP ramping up now. I got a few good armor
Big swarm
upgrades.
detected. Lock up and get ready.
Much better. Loot buff down.
Elites are coming soon, and I don't even have any Morkite yet. Grab the max HP up here. cryo. I think I'm gonna keep pushing the shard if they're pretty close on rarity. The 18 is a huge upgrade on that, giving me over double my current beams even with the legendary. Put them on the other side of the Morkite so that they damage it as they move through it.
You fuck down. Bloody hell, you're hot to kill. Here, have a bullet in the face. Took out a loot bug.
You need to move it. The bugs are evolving.
Got it right between the eyes.
Lifetime, take the big damage there.
There is nitro over here.
Get it done, miner.
Oh yeah, the red sugar, that's pretty important.
I needed that.
Move through when they're frozen. Big reload. I will take that into the second overclock. Probably the +1 beams. The uptime's pretty decent on that with the 100% already. So the beams are pretty good, and the reload speed isn't as helpful. Lifetime is okay. It's not amazing here, but it is purple.
Let's clear them out. Sorry, little bug. Your own
Cryo, that's fine. Getting close to a second overclock on that.
Watch it. The threat level is increasing.
Yeah, that many damage over time effects on that large of a horde would really be lagging me out.
Bloody hell, you're hot to kill.
Armor or cryo? Take the cryo here.
Gotta move on. It's getting worse down there.
Decent sludge pump. I will take a paint job there. That's actually my highest level weapon now as my 4th weapon, Wat.
The bugs aren't appreciating your presence, miner. Get the lead out.
I don't use lead. More HP or armor. I'll take the blue here.
I rarely go for this one.
Probably need to focus my damage on them a little bit more now, so I'll go for the shard diffractor onto the elites.
They're everywhere.
Got it right between the eyes.
Haven't gotten a single magnet yet on this run, it seems like. Maybe I missed some?
You're really pissing off the bugs. They're getting angry.
Shard diffractor, gotta take that every time. Oh, I guess I did pass up 2 paint jobs, so it could be 2 levels higher. But I'm going for the end result on that to push it to its limits.
Keeps rising. You have to move, miner.
Yeah, let's try and finish the elites now. It's getting pretty risky.
Speed it up, miner. The bugs grow stronger.
Reload isn't amazing. Let's go for a reroll here. Cryo, overclock.
I rarely pick one of these.
Lifetime or damage. I think the lifetime's, yeah, 20 versus 2 seconds. Lifetime really isn't going to add much to that. 15% damage is okay, even if the burn doesn't do that much for it.
Drop pod has arrived. Get there before the timer runs out.
See if I can grab a bit more XP real quick. Actually, that's getting pretty risky. more sludge pump. That's getting pretty close to 18. Man, that is so much XP. Wish I could get some magnets here.
The drop pod is about to leave. Get your ass moving, miner.
Let's not risk that too much.
Stage 3 completed. Taking you to stage 4. You did good work, miner.
So I really need some shard diffractor
Feels
here.
rare. Feels right. Let's shake it up.
That's okay. A green is pretty efficient for the
This
levels.
one makes me want to be a better dwarf.
See what else we
Let's
got.
shake it up.
No weapon range, unfortunately. That'll get me to 18 on that, plus
This
3
overclock
beams.
says it's time to
I
kill.
think I will grab that since I'm
I
pretty
just became a
low.
better dwarf.
I can get
Gonna
another
roll the
nitro
dice on this
somewhere. Unfortunately, I can't get that. I guess I'll take a bit of beam
I'm a
damage
better
here.
dwarf than yesterday.
There's beasties to shoot and work to be done. Get to it, miner.
I think there was a bit of red sugar above me, and I want to grab that to top
How
up
are they
the
ever gonna make it
bits.
in this hellhole without you? Yeah. Loot box open. Ugh, never felt better.
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching.
Here, have a bullet in the fight. Oh yeah.
There is quite a bit of freezing with the freeze overclock on the shard diffractor and the cryo cannon. That'll get a lot better with 18 on the shard as well for the plus 3 beams. Armor's okay. I kind of want to go cryo or shard here if possible. I don't think I get much out of that. These are pretty bad for me. These are pretty bad for me. Crit's okay.
Can't land the supply pod. Impact zone is cluttered. Get it fixed.
Clear them out.
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching.
Let's show them some pain. Alien scum.
Those ranged guys are so annoying here.
Let's show them some pain.
Cryo cannon. I could maybe still go for 18 if I get some paint jobs for it.
Stand clear. Supply pod inbound.
Should've worn a
I
hard hat.
probably would have rather kept those alive. Fire rate doesn't work on any of these three, so I may as well take the
Just
crit
upgrade
here.
I was
Quota
looking for.
satisfied. The drop pod is arriving.
Crit
Get moving.
damage.
Hang around.
Go for this one.
Where is the... Oh, it's up there. It's really hard to see with these sludge pumps up on the ground here. Those freezes are kind of ill-timed.
Let's just break an egg shot.
Time's ticking, miner. Move it.
Reload speed is pretty bad on that. Lifetime, oh, level on that is fine. Again, no magnets, so I'm losing a lot of XP here. There we go, finally, +3 beams. Damage, probably not.
What else?
+1 beams is okay. I'll grab that.
Legendary. I knew
Damage.
today was gonna be good.
I can still get a blue overclock for something, or not overclock, upgrade. Reload on that is fine. I can look for the levels on that.
Just what I needed.
See if there's
Nothing for
any
me
gold
here.
stuff here.
Let's try
Damage, I
I'm a
suppose.
new dwarf.
This is the big one, Miner. Find and destroy the cocoons and take out that Dreadnought.
There we go, finally.
Ew. Never felt
I could
that
have taken more paint jobs for it, but it just doesn't seem like your second weapon that you're focusing over everything else should take that long to level up.
better now.
Like, normally you can pretty easily get one weapon to 30 plus, but I guess I just didn't get very many upgrades for it here, even though I was re-rolling for several of them, and I had the gold scanner to heal that a bit.
I got it in the mouth. You ugly son of a bitch. That will teach you. Got it right between the eyes.
So that puts me at 75% crit so far. I can get a little bit more from some loot bugs.
I die a little inside every time I have to take a...
We got supplies ready for you. Clear the landing zone of obstacles, please.
Let's probably set that up for the boss since my single target is pretty bad. Even with the respawning vines, I don't think the shard diffractor is amazing on single target.
Eat blood!
That's still 3 levels away. Probably grab the
Now
crit
this
here.
is a rare treat. Let's show them some pain. Loot bug pop. Bring the pain. Go to hell. See you in hell.
Boss is getting fairly close, so we need to head back up there pretty soon now.
One down. Die, creep. You ugly son of a bitch.
It's actually pretty hard to see that tiny hole in the ground with all these sludge effects here.
This horde thinks it can kill us. Let's prove it wrong.
Big movement speed. I guess I actually could have gotten that to 18.
Yeehaw! This is it.
So let's drop that and then head towards some of the respawning vines to maximize the shard damage. Bait out the charge first. See if I can freeze him so that I can safely grab it.
Landing zone
Nope.
ready. Impact imminent.
Nice shot.
Big crit. That would be a bit over 20%. Probably the better damage.
Feels stronger.
So now we want to move towards some vine area so I can get some more bounces with the shard. I guess regular rocks are fine too until he destroys them all with his charge.
get me, you disgusting bug!
Had to be a bit careful with the detonators there. A lot of them were surrounding me.
Let's clear them out! Ugh, I got it in the mouth!
I guess a bit of reload speed.
Barely go for this one. Suck on this, you freak of nature!
Try and get the beams on him. The sludge pump might actually be some of my highest damage here, since it leaves so much stuff on the ground and there's a ton of beams on it. Kind of hard to hit with the shard diffractor at some points.
I'm not scared of you!
Oh yeah, the red vines actually help you bounce stuff as well on this map.
I'm gonna kill you all!
Kind of running out of space though.
For crap's sake, move it! They're everywhere.
Vapor on!
More beam damage is pretty
This one
helpful.
makes me want to be a better dwarf.
For now, my wave clear is okay, but I'm definitely starting to run out of time here. Kind of hard to hit with the beams there.
This ain't a picnic, Miner. The bugs are all over you.
Come and get me, you disgusting bug!
I think they are coming to get you. Let's maybe pull them through here. I can get some decent bounces off. Go through while they're frozen. Get some good bounces here. Need to finish it soon.
Dreadnought down. Objective completed. Excellent job.
Where's the escape pod? Okay, that was pretty close.
Think you can kill me?
Well aimed.
Again.
So, 117% crit, 348% damage. The weapon range for the beams, 25% from the heavy gunner, and then 65% from the passive upgrades that I was trying to focus on. I could have gotten the breach cutter for one of these and gotten plasma upgrades, but I don't know if that would have been worth it. You can get some cool overclocks on the breach cutter, like the shock debuff.
Management is pleased.
So we've got nearly 48 million on the shard diffractor, not bad. 8 million there, plus another 9 million almost from the debuff. It's actually pretty good at applying status. Cryo cannon did an extra 300k from the burn, but that was mainly for the percent damage. Some decent crowd control between these two. Shield belt's kind of bad, especially as the first artifact. But oh well, the other four weren't too bad. A little bit late on that, but those are pretty good. Pretty good crit stats overall. And I used the terrain against the enemies with the extra vines and stuff for the bounces. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.